Cooler air is funneling into the inland northwest. We're talking fall-like temperatures as we head into the day.
This fire has shown us to be unpredictable, terrain-driven, weather-driven. It's been very active, very rapid progression at times.
Gridlock traffic after evacuations were ordered in South Lake Tahoe because of the Caldor fire.
A massive emergency response is now underway after Hurricane Ida blasted the Gulf Coast.
They just start falling apart, blowing away on. I ain't got a dry spot in the house.
Where the storm delivered its hardest hits. Gonzaga reporting more than 80% of those on campus are vaccinated as students start their first day of classes.
Up with KREM begins now with Tim Pham, Channing Curtis, and Jeremy Legoo.
We are tracking some breaking news this morning in Northern California. The Caldor fire has intensified overnight. It's now over 186,000 acres.
Yeah, so that fire burning east of Sacramento near Lake Tahoe, and thousands of people have been asked to leave that area. We do want to say thanks for joining us on this Tuesday morning. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. Now this morning we do have team coverage in California as thousands of tourists and residents found themselves in gridlock traffic trying to evacuate the city. Communities just across the state line in Nevada are warned to get ready to leave. New
firefighters arrived last night and were dispatched immediately to protect homes. Forecasters are warning of critical fire weather through Wednesday.
KREM 2's Joshua Robinson is at the Caldor fire in Christmas Valley with a look at the current conditions.
The only story here along Lake Tahoe on the border of California and Nevada is this fire, the Caldor fire, which continues to threaten the very town of Tahoe itself. In fact, on Monday, winds helped push the fire over the southern mountain range, inching closer to the wildly popular lake vacation town, forcing mandatory evacuations for homeowners and hotels alike. Now this morning, fire crews are bracing once again for another day of potentially troublesome winds and bracing to continue their fight in protecting the vacation town turned ghost town. Now, there are hundreds of fire crews in Tahoe right now, but as you might see right now, where we are here at Christmas Valley, there aren't a lot of firefighters right now working to get this fire under control, putting hoses on this fire, and that is because they believe they have got this stretch of the fire under control at this time. And right now, most of the efforts are focused on the bigger threat, moving north. But for now, reporting in Tahoe, Joshua Robinson, KREM 2 News.
Joshua is in California right now with our sister station in Sacramento helping cover the fire. You could see from some of his pictures and videos that he posted on social media just how thick the smoke is and how close he is to the fire. Just really incredible images also from our reporter Devin Haskins down there as well. Yeah, just not a good situation in California right now, a historic wildfire.
Absolutely. Now the Department of Defense is actually sending 200 Army service members from Washington to help fight these fires. The U.S. Forest Service announced that all national forests in California will be closed until September 17th.
All right, 6:02 now. Let's get outside to meteorologist Jeremy Legoo, because Jeremy, it is cold. Dare I say cold? It's 48 degrees right now, but with that wind, it kind of bites a little bit if you're not wearing a nice jacket.
You guys are talking about that in the studio like you know what it feels like. Come on out here.
We have to walk in here.
Yeah, well, and I walked Baxter this morning.
That's right.
And it was very windy this morning.
Is it time to turn on the heater?
I might on the way to work.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Tim turned on the heat? Oh, man. I don't know about turning on the heat just yet. I don't know. For me, I'm still trying to trap all this cold air in the house because I know what's coming. Trust me on this one. Right now, it's a beautiful start to the day. 48 degrees. We're just a few minutes away from sunrise here. What a beautiful start. 48, but it is a bit breezy. Winds out of the south at 11 miles per hour, gusting near 15, even 20 at times. And we're pretty close to there across much of the inland northwest, upper 40s in Coeur d'Alene, 50 in Sandpoint, and 52 in Moses Lake. Wenatchee, you're in the mid 50s. We've got that wind moving through, kind of keeping you guys warm on the lee side of the Cascades. You got that down sloping. It does wonders. Right now, air quality sits at 51, moderate in terms of AQI. As I look around, I think that AQI is going to dip back into good, and we trend between good and moderate throughout the day today, very similar to what we saw yesterday. Wind gusts do stay strong, though. We'll see wind gusts up near 20 miles per hour throughout the day here in Spokane. And that means our cooler temps today are going to have a bit of a bite. Nothing in terms of cloud cover. A little bit of moisture up and over the Cascade Crest is about it today. But here you go, temps on the rise, and do we get it? Oh, that's the question of the day. Do we hit 70 degrees? I think we might for a brief moment, maybe even long enough to go, is it 70? We'll count it, and that's it. But for the most part, it's a day in the 60s, and it's going to feel much cooler today than it has in quite some time.
Well, today classes are starting for Gonzaga's students. This year, the university is welcoming the second largest freshman class ever.
It's a very exciting day. This morning, Nicole Hernandez joining us live, telling us what's new and for new and returning students on campus, what they can expect this year. Hey, good morning, Nicole.
Yeah, good morning, guys. So now that students are officially back on campus, back to class here at Gonzaga, there will be some changes to what students and staff both will be doing to keep the spread of COVID-19 down between students and staff on campus specifically. So one of the things that they're doing is the university did announce that both students and staff will have to be wearing masks when they're inside in group settings. That's no matter your vaccination status. The school says on their website they hope to relax some of those mask protocols in the following weeks, though. Gonzaga also said students on campus will have to submit proof of their full COVID-19 vaccination before the start of the fall semester. Vaccination is also required for all faculty. Now, according to the university, 89% of students and staff are already fully vaccinated. Gonzaga advises students who haven't been vaccinated yet to schedule their first shot or receive an exemption, as COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations are rising locally and across the nation. Now, last year, Gonzaga set up hand sanitizer stations outside every open residence hall. Other areas were set aside for quarantine and isolation spaces if needed. At Hemmington Center, students were encouraged to take their meals to go, and seating areas were replaced with controlled traffic flow and markers. Classroom sizes were also capped at 15 people, with desks separated 6 feet apart. Sorry, the truck scared me there. As we get through classes, though, if you're interested in more information about what Gonzaga is doing here, you can actually text the word ZAGS to 509-448-2000. We'll send you a link with information. In Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Hey now, truck.
I know. Back up off of Nicole. It is time now for your morning rush. More news in less time.
Well, dedication ceremony is being held tonight for the newest Central Valley High School. The Ridgeline High School dedication will take place at 6 p.m. in Liberty Lake. Now, construction for this project actually began a while ago in 2019, in August, so 2 years ago. Students will be able to use the new high school as soon as it begins on September 9th.
The Spokane City Council has approved $150,000 for warming and cooling centers in their meeting on Monday night. The city hopes that they no longer will have to scramble to keep vulnerable people safe from dangerous weather events. They've also approved over $188,000 for overnight shelter beds at Truth Ministries. Another proposal related to temporary housing was discussed, but is being pushed to a later meeting.
We now know how Spokane firefighter Lieutenant Cody Traber of District 9 died while on duty last week. District 9 leaders say he fell from a bridge trying to locate a reported fire. Firefighters around the city are coming together to remember Traber.
Cody was a very outgoing person. He was a kind man. He was a family man. He had a sense of humor, and people just really enjoyed his presence and enjoyed being around him.
Lieutenant Traber will be moved from the Spokane County Medical Examiner's building with the formal procession to the Heritage Funeral Home. That's happening today at 1:30 p.m.
Yesterday, the state reported 1,570 hospitalized COVID-19 patients. More than 180 of those are on ventilators. The head of the state's hospital association says there's a sense that more people are going back to normal life without a sense of how serious things are.
People are going about like having parties, going to fairs, Labor Day events, just real worry, that that the public perception of where we are does not match what's happening in hospitals where people are coming in very ill.
Now experts are urging pregnant women in particular to get vaccinated. Only an estimated 40% in Washington have received the shot. One infectious disease specialist says the state may need to reach a 90% vaccination rate in order to beat the Delta variant. After Morning Rush, more news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. Wildfires are continuing to burn across our region. We'll have the latest updates on evacuations and containment in just a bit.
And we're going to take you outside on this chilly Tuesday. Temperatures in the 40s now and slowly climbing. When I say slowly, I mean slowly. By this afternoon, we top out in the 60s. I'll have the forecast coming up.